Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. It's Kenn Bosak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.
And we're live, bros. How goes it? We're here.
Yo,
we're
what's
live. It's hashtag not another Bitcoin podcast. How goes it, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or wherever, go ahead and share this, like it, drop some comments. Head on over to x.com and look for hashtag not another Bitcoin podcast. And go ahead and hit us with, like, you know, one of those reposts, a like, and a reply in the comments there. Check out hashtag not another Bitcoin podcast on x.com. I'm here with my co-host, as always, Miggy Crypto X. How goes it?
Yo, what's up? Hold on, I'm about to switch clothing here. Bam. How's that
You're
look?
getting changed live on stream, dude? I don't know.
Yes, sir. I'm just getting ready so when I buy my Ray-Bans,
I can't do
this
that.
will be the look. This will be my look when I buy those Ray-Bans, Ken. But I'm doing good. What up?
Dude, looking good, sound good. I like it, man. I like the blazer.
Thank you. It was getting a little.
You're trying to dress
after
sharp because we
hoodie.
got one of the sponsors on the podcast today. Shout out to Theo. How goes it, bro? We got Wayne in the house.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Appreciate it, Ken, Miggy. Glad to be here. I got a little bit of Avatar envy here. I hadn't had time to set mine up yet, so just going in there raw.
This is like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, except we're Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, you're just an unprocessed avatar. You know, like you said, you're raw. You just need to be filtered and processed, and then you look like us.
I'm
At
that
some
ultra
point-
HD.
At some point, these avatars probably will look so realistic you wouldn't even be able to tell, like, we're not us. Like, it'll just, you know what I mean? Like, so for all we know,
Yeah.
if you're watching this in the year 3000, they might assume that you're an avatar, and that's not like what you really look like, because nobody's what they
Yeah.
really look like.
Oh, and
My
everybody
one
will
from
believe it.
Asvoria. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say everybody's gonna believe it then, but we're following that same path of the movie Idiocracy. So
Yeah, for real, right? That's
Yo,
funny.
I feel like, you know what though? That's, some things have to go that route. Like, we need to dumb down some shit. Like, not everything can be like this high intellect pinkies out situation, because not everybody can hit that bar. And I feel like, crypto is definitely one of those environments that deserves to have some idiocracy in it, because the easier it is, the easier it is for, like, the on-ramping for dummies and stuff is I think, important for mainstream mass adoption. Obviously, nobody was going to use the internet down in Web 1. Like, that was, before AOL and all that stuff. And once we had Web 2 with, like, Facebook and YouTube, it was really, like, dragging people in, kicking and screaming. But they're still, like, losing their passwords, and they can't remember their email. And then we had, what we're having now with Web 3. People are having a hard time keeping track of their keys, what address has what. And I love what Fio is doing, man. It's like the best part of, like, the idiocracy, right? It's like we need to make some things easier, for real. Like, so easy, even a caveman can do it. And I think without Fio, it would be so much more difficult to have, like, my mom's addresses. I know what my mom's address is because it's a Fio handle. But yeah, I guess let people know a little bit about what Fio is doing and how you guys are making it easy for people like, my mom and no coiners to get into crypto without having to remember their HTTPS public address.
Yeah, I mean, that's really at the core of what we do. I mean, you see technology cycles adoption cycles where this great tech comes out, but it's hard to use. And we felt the same way with what we're seeing with crypto and Web3 and everything blockchain related. It's those long public addresses are important. They serve a purpose, but why does the user have to see that? You don't see an IP address when you try to navigate to a website. Most people don't even know it's there, right? It's hidden. It's in the background. They just think they magically type in a website address and the internet protocol knows that that's where they need to go. They don't realize that there's layers in between there that get them where they need to go. And that's what we're doing at Fio at wallet addresses, because your wallet's going to become your identity. So why not get a handle to represent that? So it creates those guardrails where it stops people from sending the wrong address, stops them from sending on the wrong chain. You type in a handle. It's as easy as sending an email. And you don't have that stress of, shit, did I copy and paste wrong? Did I check every single of the 30 letters and numbers to make sure I got it right? Did I do it?
Was I hacked? Does my keyboard have a virus so when I copy and paste, it changes the address completely? Dude, somebody just lost like $69 million or some crazy ridiculous number like a month ago.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not that their copy and paste is hacked. That is something that happens, but sometimes it's called address poisoning, where that wallet may only send transactions every now and then to the same address. So you'll have these spammers that'll send basically like dust transactions to the user. Sometimes they can make it look very similar, like the beginning and end of the original one. And so people just go to their address history or transaction history and grab the last address in their transaction history and send to that. And that was one of them. That was actually millions of dollars that was lost. And it's crazy to think that, you would think someone sending that much would have that, have better sense. I mean, test send is not the best option, but at least with a test send that amount, if I'm sending 50 million, I'm going to do a test send first, even if I'm sending a little bit. But test send is not great for mass adoption because, I mean, I can remember in 21 when we were putting together conferences and I had to pay some vendors and they were taking stablecoin, and the stablecoin was on ETH, and they told me to do a test send. Well, shit, that test send costs $100 in ETH gas fees.
Well, could you imagine having to call your mom and say, "Hey, mom, let me know you got that email I sent you. I'm just waiting for that confirmation. Then I'll send you the email I initially wanted to send you."
Yeah, that's a big part of the friction. So that's what we do. We keep it simple. We're also not competing with website addresses. So it's your handle is username at domain, and not everybody has to get a domain either. That's kind of the beauty of it. If you want to customize it and get your own domain, like your last name, your company name, your community name, Ken, you've got at bro, you can do that. But if you don't, you can use a generic one like at wallet, at hodl, at moon, or you can use like a website landing page that Ken has that if you want a username at bro, he's made that one public. If you own a domain, you can make it public where anybody can register on it, or you can keep it private and only let certain people. So I own my last name, and each one of my kids, they all have a handle, and I still control their wallets because when they get older, I'm gonna let them have it. But when I want to save for them and I want to send ETH or Bitcoin or Solana or anything else I may be accumulating at the time, I don't have to look up what each one of their wallet addresses is. I just know what their handle is. I type it in and I send it, and it gets there. If I spell it wrong, it'll stop me and tell me it's not valid. If I'm trying to send something, like say I'm trying to send Solana and they don't have a Solana address linked to it, it'll stop me and say there's no valid Solana address linked to this, and then I can correct that issue. So it just really makes it simple. So sending and receiving obviously is easy. we've got part of the protocol allows you to send fiat requests. You can do that within Edge Wallet and a few other wallets right now. I think more are adding it as we go. But it's kind of like a Venmo or PayPal type request. It's a private payment request that if you want to send it to somebody, you send it to them, and all they have to do is approve it in their wallet, and then you get the funds. So that it makes it simple. We're trying to, replicate those things that people are used to. When you're like if you're used to doing like PayPal and Venmo or Cash App type requests, then this is simple for you because it's similar concept, but you're doing it in a decentralized manner. Same thing with sending assets. It's the same. I mean, it's as simple as sending an email. And I really think we're going to see a lot of user adoption as more and more applications start to build Web3. I think, Ken, I don't know, you probably feel the same way, but it's give it a few years. There's not going to be a ton of Web3 companies. There's just going to be a ton of companies that are utilizing Web3. Just like we don't.
Yes.
We don't say anything. We don't say you're an internet company today, right? Everybody's online. We don't call any company an internet company unless they're the select few that are doing like broadband or something. But outside of that, 20 years ago, we used to call them all internet companies because, they're an internet company. They're online. Mm-hmm. Everybody's online now. Everybody's using the tech. So that's where we're going to get with this in the future. But we've got to make it simple if we want to get there.
Yeah, no, I love that analogy and that, it's definitely more along those lines of what's going to happen when it's ubiquitous. Yeah, we're not going to be calling these, Web3 companies or blockchain companies. They're just companies that use that technology. You could go to a flower store right now, and I'm sure that flower shop has a website, has a social media platform, probably has a YouTube channel where they talk about their bouquets and stuff, and you're like, oh, you just sell flowers. 30 years ago, it'd be crazy to be thinking about doing all this stuff with technology just to sell flowers. But yeah, if you're not using the technology right now and you're just trying to sell flowers, it's probably going to be tough. And I think in about 5 to 10 years, companies, even flower companies, trying to get into the business without Web3 involvement or some kind of blockchain technology on the back end, it's going to be just as hard as starting a company today without touching the internet. It's going to be I do see some people being resistant, but you're basically going to be level 2 Amish. I use the internet, but I don't touch blockchain. All right, dude, I guess, do you still use a kerosene lantern to keep your house lit at night? Where do you draw the line, bro?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, we're going to see through that. We're going to see the stealth adoption really accelerate of NFTs, and people aren't even going to realize they have them. They're going to have these accounts, digital wallets. They may not even call it a wallet within the platforms.
Oh, yeah.
But imagine all these places.
It's going to be their username. Yeah. They're just going to say username, dude. What's your name? What's your handle? What's your FIO? I think FIO literally has the opportunity to do what Kleenex did to tissues. When I say, hey, I need a Kleenex, I just need to blow my nose, so give me a piece of tissue paper. It doesn't have to be the name brand Kleenex. It just has to be the thing that Kleenex is, which is a tissue. And I think what FIO is the username, but because it's such a smaller acronym, those 3 letters instead of the word username, I feel like people would just say in a couple years, what's your FIO? And I'll know, hey, this is my Web3 name, this is where you're going to send the money, or this is where you're going to send the request. If I'm eating at a restaurant, they're probably just going to say, hey, what's your FIO? And they're going to request the bill from me instead of handing me a bill to QR code scan.
Yeah. Absolutely. In fact, we need to get you guys set up on the request, because then you can just send that to me at the beginning of the month.
You know what, dude? I love that. Yes.
I taught one of the marketing agencies I use for some of the studio content that we produce. I taught him how to accept crypto, and now every month from him, I get a FIA request for the payment. He doesn't send me I don't pay a regular invoice anymore. He sends me a FIA request, and I just go in my wallet and approve the request. So it's super simple.
I love that idea. Thank you for that. Please make sure we do that. Yeah, it's been chaos with everything happening since fucking Denver. I've only been home 8 or 9 days consecutive, lined up if I put them in a row, about 2 weeks. And other than that, I've just been traveling nonstop for the past 3 months.
That's good, man. This is I think this is, everybody's just watching the market just move sideways, and I think we're about to see a massive explosion of market going up, more more user adoption.
Well, the bull
accelerating.
run's about to begin, man. We were not in a bull
Yeah.
run the past few months. It was a freak event, freak of nature event. Nothing that can be like, oh, look back in the charts and you could see the pattern. Like, this is a breakout situation that has nothing to do with the crypto chart pattern. If you want to look
Yeah.
at the pattern, the bull run's just about to start, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
saw when we bounced up off that last previous drop, bro. That was, to me, the beginning of the the halvening bull run. It's a little, we're gonna see
Yeah.
the delay, but everything else, dude, that was like a freak of nature meme coin money. Like, nothing like that ever happened before. Unprecedented freak of nature run. We were not in a bull run, baby. It's about to just now start.
Right. And even that Bitcoin run from, 40 to 70, there wasn't a lot of retail going on because you didn't see a lot of retail hype. That was mainly like institutions, big buyers. That was like
ETF?
pre-retail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the
that's all
ETF.
ETF. So we
movement.
haven't
Yeah,
seen
big money.
we haven't really seen, the massive fireworks like we're gonna see. Which
Yep.
that ETF bounce back was needed to get the market in a better place because I think FTX and all the shit around there kind of shortened the previous cycle.
Yeah, I don't think we're really gonna see anything big for a little bit until all this political stuff gets kind of settled. Because right now it's kind of like a false hope, I guess, when you have these politicians talking about it. And a lot of the pump has been from meme coins and all this stuff. But I think when more substantial projects, which we've got a chance to see a lot of good ones these last fund conferences, just keep grinding it out, that the real value is going to come out and people are really going to start, not just buying coins, but like investing in this industry. And I think that's the biggest lack, is that there's no real, I mean, I don't want to say real, but compared to the, industry that exists currently, like the investments that's being brought into the space is extremely minimal, when it's
Yeah,
like,
dude,
it's like
and they're going
millions
into the
to
wrong
trillions.
place.
Yeah, exactly. And they're
You know
spending the
what?
money in the wrong ways.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Projects
Wayne,
that
how
get
does
up-
it feel to work with a project that does have a token that's based on utility, that actually has a viable product, but isn't maybe making as many gains this run in the market cycle as like, a literal shitcoin coming from a celebrity twerking her ass on the internet? Like, how does that feel, right? Because those team meetings must be full of like energy, like. How do we compete with her twerking, guys? We can only make protocols
Right.
that solve world problems.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part about this is to sit there and we've been through. I mean, you watch projects that are good, solid with good utility, just kind of sit there stagnant and maybe even retracing some, while this someone can launch a Hawk Tua coin that goes to the moon
Fuck me.
overnight. And I tell
Right.
people all the time too. One, when you look at market cap, it really doesn't mean crap because you can have a meme coin that has a $500 million market cap, but doesn't take much to collapse that. Whereas, at least ours, it may be 30 to 40 million right now market cap, not huge by any means, with huge upside, but it's got a lot of stability. Like it's stable, and I think we're just early. That's the thing about it. It's frustrating sometimes to see the price stagnant because that all dictates what we can do to drive more
Yeah.
user adoption, to put more funds into marketing and other things. So the better we do in the market, the better we can we can have it. But we've got some big things coming. I mean, it's forced us to really step outside the box, look at what we can do with certain influencers that are creating videos. We've got a major I guess you call it media house that's going to be putting out some research stuff on FIO here in the next couple of weeks. So we just got to keep grinding, get user adoption. I mean, that's the one thing we've talked about. You guys may know Luke on our team. I think you guys both know Luke, and some of the conversations he brings up often over the last couple of years has been we were just too early, right? Not saying people weren't in crypto, but how many people do you know? Not everybody's like Kenn that was living on crypto. Most people aren't doing that. Most people that say they're in crypto, they've got it on Coinbase or they got it on Binance, and they've never taken it off. Like I know my brother-in-law was in crypto for a while because he had told me he was buying certain things. And when I explained to him what FIO does, he was confused. And I said, wait a minute, have you ever taken anything off of the exchange? He's like, no, it's just all still on Coinbase. And so, dude, if you don't even do that, you don't even understand the problem we solve yet. So as we get more real user adoption where people are receiving crypto assets, sending NFTs, whether it's art, whether it's a representative of a RWA or a membership or something, then we're going to start to see people realize that problem. Because I remember the first time I went to send crypto from an exchange, and I had to call my buddy Seth. I'm like, dude, what the hell is this?
You know
What do I
what's
have to do
funny?
here?
Earlier, I was mentioning, like, you know, the positive idiocracy of dumbing down things that are too hard. But what I think Coinbase is doing with them, and they do this where it is idiocracy and it's dumbed down, but it's in their own centralized ecosystem way that it isn't really expressible outside of Coinbase, because you could use an email address, you could use a phone number to send somebody, like, you know, crypto on Coinbase.com. So I could just, like, hey Wayne, what's your email address? Or Miggy, what's your phone number? And I could just send you crypto on Coinbase. But if I were outside of that ecosystem, after that was my normal interaction, oh my goodness, bro, I don't even know what I would look at a public address and I'd be terrified because it looks just like my private key or something. Like, what's the difference? I don't know what to do. It's almost like starting over X amount of time into the crypto space.
Yeah, and that's a big part of the problem. So it's, you know, we've seen multiple cycles. These meme coins and other things, they come and go. You know, maybe one will end up with a substantial market cap, but it's usually like a unicorn. You know, like a Shiba, like a Pepe we've seen in the past. Most of them are just, they pump, they dump, they don't come back. Now, I do think we need to learn from them, because one thing that meme coins do outside of just the hype and the DJ and gambling is they build communities, and that's what we've been talking about from a marketing team. It's like, okay, we're not going to launch our own meme coin, but what we can do to replicate some of the community building, create some fun, and even when I took over our marketing channel a little over a year ago, prior it was just being used as like an announcement board. Oh, here's a new partnership. There's a new partnership. That's important to share because people get updates about the project. But if you notice now, we mix in meme reels, meme videos, which sometimes I'm bored. I'll make like 15 or 20 meme videos. We'll do that. Like, you got to make it funny. You got to make some educational stuff. You got to throw in some podcast clips. You just got to mix it up and give people a bit of everything. Even though the memes may have nothing to do with what we're doing at FIO, right? You got to get people's attention. And some people are out there for, memes are powerful, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like
absolutely.
political art, right? Like, those are the original memes you would see a lot of the times. Like, if you look back in cultural, societies and their history books, whenever there's like a political movement or a cultural shift, graffiti was kind of their go-to expressatory means, and it was like, that was their meme. It was, those were the memes of like my grandmother's generation, was like this political graffiti on the wall making fun of like a dictator or something, where he's like doing something embarrassing. And I don't know, I think, like, memes have always been a part of our culture and our society, and have always been a part of these pivotal moments where consciousness shifts. It's always been represented beyond like this like thing that could be derivatively down to, hey, that was a meme. there was a meme for that.
What about when are you guys gonna start making meme NFTs from FIO? Sorry.
Meme NFTs, I don't know. I mean, we haven't really dabbled in that. I mean, NFTs, I'm a big believer in NFTs. I think they're going to make a big comeback, different than what people have known already. But we've contemplated just some different things you could do where, other than just being an NFT or even a meme, it could represent some kind of perk or benefit you get for holding it, and that's really what we need to see more of. So,
dude, what about getting an NFT when people create a handle or a domain? Like I got the bro at bro. That could have airdropped me an NFT, like you have with the request ones that use like AI. Maybe AI could like look at the handle and think like, okay, what kind of art could represent like bro, and just airdrop me something like based on the handle. I don't know, but I just think that would be a cool way to tell people, hey, go get a handle at bro, and it comes with a free NFT, bro. Like, you'll get an airdrop.
Cool.
Because the request ones, I think, are pretty dope. That's like a cool, fun way to be like, I know you owe me money, but here's some cool art as a reminder.
Yeah, we've used that for a couple things. So we used it for the art campaign, to where you can, in the memo field of the request, you can put what you want that art to be, and it'll mint an NFT on Polygon, send it to your wallet. We're also doing something similar with that request feature to where you can request one that represents your handle, no image or anything, just the handle itself. And then we've been working with Decentralweb and their team, and Adam
Oh
Barlam's
yeah.
set it to where your FIO handle can be your username within Decentrachat.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. And then with the central chat, you could NFT gate the chats if you want and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Token-
yeah, you can set up
token
chats,
gate.
use that as your username, and the beauty of it. So with Decentrachat, it needed it to be on an EVM chain like Polygon, the NFT, and FIO is a layer one, it's not an EVM chain. So all we have to do is that the only person that can request it is the owner of the handle. You put in that FIO request to you're going to send it to handle at FIO when it's ready. And then that's going to generate an NFT and send it to your MetaMask or whatever wallet you use for Polygon, and then you'll be able to use that within Decentrachat.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I like that. I need to learn more about the central chat. I know Ken's used it a little bit, but I haven't.
I
really
love
messed
it. I
around
just
with it at
got to
all.
get more of you nerds on it. I actually have to update it. So my issue is every time I click on the update thing, I guess I'll reach out to Adam and see what's up. But when I click on the part that says update, it just sends me through this weird like loop on a website. So it takes me to the website. It clicks there's a thing. It opens up the app, but then the app says click the update, which sends me back to the website, and it's just like there's no update that occurs.
Is it on your computer or phone?
My computer.
Okay. I know on the phone I had an older version because we were in early, and I had to completely delete that app and then install it from the Play Store. So I don't know about the computer if you got to do anything different, but maybe something similar. So Adam, if you're watching, somebody tag Adam. Tell him to get Kenn hooked up.
Yeah, I gotta update it. Gotta get that to.
Yeah.
Gotta get that to work, and yeah, I want to get, dude. Now that I could use my FIO username as my handle name in there, and plus the chat is token gated, which is so cool. I love token gating. I think that is like a lot of these celebrities. They're doing all these fucking meme coins and bullshit scammy rug pulls. Like there's so many tools that exist. If they included it in their little fucking scam, it would just be fun. Even if they did rug, because they could have this, chat room for the people that got scammed. At least they have their own little I got scammed chat room, and then once they do rug pull, they could have their own username from FIO, like at Iggy or whatever the fuck, and like at least you have something at the end of the day when these projects decide to rug you, because there's so much cool stuff that they could use, but no, they're just like doing the bare minimum. Here's a token launch, here's a tweet, here's a video of me twerking. I did everything I could, guys. I don't know why we didn't go to the moon.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you're looking at I don't know if you guys saw this week that what is it? Who was it that did CryptoZoo? What's his name?
Oh, fucking Logan Paul, right?
Logan Paul is suing Zach XBT because
He's suing CoffeeZilla too, bro.
yeah, CoffeeZilla too. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like they called you out. Like, I mean, he's trying to blame his devs and everybody else, but whose face was on the front of that, right?
No, he's saying that it would have worked if he wasn't called a scam, and if it wasn't called like a rug, or if he wasn't demonized, he could have done some. But because all these people kept saying it was a scam, it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy from all these investigators, and that's kind of the route he's going. He's taking well, you called me a scam, and people believed it, so I didn't even have a chance to do the thing I said I was. Like, dude, it was like months after you rugged everybody, he called you a scam. So yeah, I think that's the route he's going to go in this, like, class act, because I think he's trying to make it like class actiony. I heard he's reaching out to other content creators that have been called out for being scammers by similar content creators. So now you're going to have like 10 or 20 of these scammers going after like one or two content creators, and it's so cringy. It's like the weirdest Uno reverse I've ever seen in societal history.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what to say about it. It's just dirty and cringy, and it just feels gross. And I'm happy that, like, Well, I'm just happy that these people don't show up at our events. Like, I haven't never ran into Logan Paul at a fucking crypto conference, and I really hope that they are not welcomed if they ever try to show up. That's what I get worried about. Because me and Miggy, we were at the Killer Whales TV show in L.A., and fucking Jason Derulo wanders in with, like, police escort. I thought they were there to arrest him, but nope, they were there to protect him from people that were trying to get him arrested for stealing money. So it's just like, I don't know what to do. These people were like all happy to see a scammer in their ecosystem, in their environment, in their like culture. I just hope if Logan Paul shows up at like Bitcoin 24, he's not fucking welcome. Like, they didn't even let BitBoy into Consensus. Like, Ben Armstrong wasn't even allowed in Consensus, but they let Brian Rose. Brian Rose was inside Consensus, a well-known, super famous scammer who stole millions, like $5 million from his YouTube audience, where he was going to build a freedom network and he was going to compete with Facebook. And this dude's wandering around Consensus, getting hugs from everybody. And then Ben Armstrong, BitBoy, not allowed in. I just hope that we don't get to see the time where it's like, you know, fucking Logan Paul's a keynote speaker at like Bitcoin 25.
Oh yeah, yeah. They definitely don't need to get any. I mean, they're celebrities. They do their thing. What do they even know about this space? And they want to come in, and you know, you got somebody that comes in and learns the space and wants to build. That's great, but you know, there's certain people that just don't need any airtime. And I don't know. I've got a different theory on the whole BitBoy thing at Consensus, because I don't know if you saw the tweet that the security desk had someone had taken some pictures of the security desk with a picture of BitBoy before that he got thrown out. And the writing on it said does not have a ticket. And so I don't know if he thought because of who he was, maybe they would just let him in without him buying a ticket. I mean, let's face it, tickets were what? Pretty expensive.
$1,200, I think.
It didn't say not allowed in. It said does not have a ticket.
That sounds more likely than anything else.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I roll. I'll be honest, that's how I roll. I'm not buying a ticket. Like, I'll walk up to a conference and I'll say, hey, I'm Kenn Bosak. Can I come inside? If they say no, I'll make a friend with somebody who will sneak me in, and I'll get inside.
Yeah, I mean, you got a humble way of doing it, but some people think because of who they are, maybe they'll get let in.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna be like, do you know who I am? Google me. You better ask ChatGPT who I is.
Or Grok.
Yeah, Grok. You better Grok me, bro. Grok me, bro.
Grok is garbage.
I'm actually gonna wear a shirt that says Grok me, bro. Yeah, that's happening.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go get that shit printed like tomorrow. I'm wearing it. Grok me,
dude,
bro.
A celebrity wants to come into space and actually build real utility and learn about the tech.
It's not, yeah.
Like, I don't know how you feel about Gary Vee, but I love what Gary Vee did, because it wasn't just about, hey, I'm going to launch an NFT project. He showed people how to use it, add utility. I mean, he's
forcing them to buy NFTs to go to his conference. I absolutely adore the way Gary Vee has done everything that he has done. I wasn't the hugest fan, obviously, of anybody. I'm always skeptical. But I do think that he's doing it just as nerdy as I was hoping anybody would do it. Like, he's all in on all the bells and whistles, odds and ends and features and all the... Yeah, if you want to go to VCon, you have no choice. You have to get a wallet. You have to buy an NFT. And he has it on his website that if you're a noob, there's like an assistant that will walk you through how to set up a wallet and like how to buy your first NFT and how to like show them you have your NFT safely when you go to the VCon, so you don't like get scammed by somebody on the corner. I'm like, wow, he was even thinking about people getting ripped off. And I didn't expect him to be so like in when he got in, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't have his own decentral or D-chat from Decentral Web, like token gated chat room. And I'm surprised he doesn't have like @V from Fio, because he does play with all of the cool things in crypto.
Yeah. Those are things we could all do, and that's kind of what we're exploring with certain things. We got a few research reports coming out, and then once those are out, we're gonna try to partner with those people to where it's like that's.
Have you secured V for him? VE @V?
Not at VE, unless it became available again. I've actually got @V friends.
Oh, perfect. Nice. Yeah, I got somebody. Somebody gave me. Rick Johnson, my bro from NFTs, X NFTs. he gave me a physical Gary V card redeemable for NFT thing. So I have a V Friends.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
That's
what we
cool.
need to see more of. Like, if you're a celebrity and you want to launch something, like, at least you've got the community already. At least build some utility into it. Give some perks to your social.
Well, yeah, use the tech, man. Use it. There's stuff here that you can do with this stuff that isn't just buy and sell, buy low, sell high. Like that's the most bare minimum coloring in the lines. Like it's so corny. Like come up with something cooler. Hey, you have to have this token. Now you can get into my D chat. You have to have a Theo username. Now you're in the chat for whatever airdrops. It's just like incentivize, utilize, and I think that's what a lot of these projects are missing is just that right there. Just so many simple little things they could do that adds just something more visceral for their community to experience when they're playing with their tokens. And it's not hard. It's people like Gary that's going to set that standard. I don't really know anybody else that I can think of that's even come close to doing crypto the right way. Like he's probably it. I don't know. I think Kevin Smith did attempt to do NFTs to get inside that movie he was doing as an extra and a walk-on and all this stuff, and I don't know even what happened with that. It was like Kilroy movie, and I don't know whatever happened with Kilroy and the NFT for like the cameo. But when I started seeing celebrities try to do stuff like that, I was excited, and then it just kind of stopped.
Well, you look at what Snoop Dogg's done with Gala, and that's pretty interesting because he's been able to launch some NFT tracks and even add perks to different holders. Like I know some of them were pretty expensive, but those that held everything. Like Gala actually did a barbecue at Snoop's house. There was only a handful of people that had all of them, but all those people were invited to his house. And there's a lot of things like that. And I use those examples. So the last couple years, including this year, I'll be speaking again. There's a music conference in New Orleans, and it's mainly like music from the business side. So you have a lot of people from all aspects of the industry come in. And I go in to talk about Web3 because I think the music industry is somewhere where crypto and Web3 and NFTs are could play a big crucial role in terms of musicians are getting screwed. They could get millions of streams on Spotify and maybe make $100-200 a month.
Right.
When if they had 1,000 true fans that they're launching like unreleased tracks and certain benefits, and maybe they're selling $5 to $10 NFT to maybe like 1,000 true fans every month, they're making $5 to $10 a month. They don't have to go drive that truck or go to teach school or certain things that they don't like doing just so they can play music on the weekends,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's so dope.
That's
Yeah,
legit.
this is like I don't want to say too much about that stuff because I don't want like obviously it's crypto and people can go snag a domain. But like before we went on air, I told you I was like talking to somebody about doing something with some stuff and like yeah, could you imagine like going like door to door canvassing for like a project and hey, do you want to donate $1 to this cause? And they're like no. Well, I'm like hey, do you want to make a free Theo handle? It'll donate $1 to the cause. You know what I mean, dude? And I feel like that is like at Red Cross or something, for example, right? Fill in the blank. But if I went door to door for at Red Cross and say, hey, do you want to donate $1? And they're like, no. Well, I'm like, hey, would you scan this QR code? You could make your own at Red Cross username on Theo, and it would actually give $1 to the Red Cross from the Treasury, from the DAO. And I think it's like a cool Web3 conversation starter. You literally get your foot in the door with the charity thing, and then you're like, well, yeah, I guess you don't want to give $1, but how about I give you something, and you can still give $1 to charity.
Yeah.
No dollars to charity.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but definitely at the end of the day, we want to drive more user adoption, not just get the handle, but it's something that people would want to use as well.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like now, I can if once I get your handle, I can send you a request for $5 next year for the charity.
Yeah.
There's utility to this. I mean,
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
a whole there's a roadmap utility to getting just the address. I mean, there's cold
True.
calling. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like airdropping, rewarding, all that stuff can come from like sort of like this Web3 Rolodex that could be accumulated by getting these usernames. It's almost like just as important as getting somebody's email address when you have a booth at a conference. A lot of people are really set, hey, make sure if somebody walks by the booth, you get them to write down their email address. I obviously think the next step's going to be forcing, that same effort onto getting their Theo address.
Yeah. Well, Ken, I'm gonna have to walk you guys through setting up because there's a link I can send you that's basically like my decentralized link tree. It's called fio.id. So fio.id / whatever your handle is. Like if I give you mine, like the one I use publicly for demo is blockchain at Wayne. And if I send you that one, you pull it up, you see all my different wallet addresses. So you can click on, like, you can see Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, Doge, everything, right? And then you can click on socials and you can see all the social accounts I have linked to that handle as well.
Oh, that's so dope.
You connect with me on LinkedIn, you connect with me on X, you can connect with me, anywhere on Nostr and Farcaster.
Oh yeah, we need that for when we go to conferences. Miggy, when we go to conferences, this is the QR code they have to scan now. Because all we have is like Telegram, cool. Right? Like we're like, oh, just scan my Telegram.
Right. How do you see the QR code? I just linked my socials to my @Moon handle, Miggy @Moon, and I just got a bro handle.
Yeah. Are you Miggy @bro?
I'm FU @bro.
Did you link it?
Miggy @bro. Yeah.
You linked it to your to socials already, or to social?
Yeah.
Account? So you go to
my Miggy @Moon.
Well, what is it, Miggy @Moon?
Yeah. So where do I go to see the socials?
So, yeah. What's the LinkedIn? What's the LinkedIn way to see it?
Can I share a screen here?
Or Linktree? I don't know what's LinkedIn. Linktree. Yeah. Let me. All right, so
give him the power. I beg of you.
Yeah, but everything's new now. Host tools, that's what they call it. All right, there you go.
Mastodon.
Yeah, they like changed everything on Zoom recently.
Oh yeah. All right, can you guys see it?
Yeah, we can see it. This looks
so notice the URL. It's fio.id / Miggy @Moon. So
nice.
Miggy's wallet addresses. He got linked to that. So if I want to pay Miggy in Wax, I can copy the wallet address. I can scan the QR code. But then I can also see the socials that you have linked to it.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Oh, cool.
So what's NFT signatures, though? What's that even mean?
So, yeah, that's a feature we've had for a couple years. And I'll show you mine just to show you, because I did a demo. I created an NFT just for a demo to show. Oh, I went way back. Hang on.
I want Miggy's NFT signature.
So, the Fio.id page where you look up a handle. And the URL actually just took you there. So you see how this one's got all my different wallet addresses?
Mm-hmm.
So that's all, linked to me. And then NFT signatures it's an NFT that I've created that I've then attached a digital signature on Fio to. So imagine this. We've had a few marketplaces integrated already. But imagine, Ken, you made a ton of NFTs. So say you attach a digital signature to all those contract addresses. You don't have to do it to each individual NFT, but yet maybe each contract address. Say it's whatever one you're going to make public to your community. Like say it's Kenn @bro. Well, then when someone's going to buy an NFT on a secondary market, like say 5 years from now, and it's worth a ton of money, some people may copy that or make it a fake. Just take the metadata and mint the new one and make it look like it's the original. And if people don't know how to find the right contract address, having something that shows that NFT signature is important. So this allows you to look up what NFTs that person has created. So it shows you what it is, the contract address that it's at, the token ID, and I can even hit view NFT and it'll take you over to that platform where it's linked. But it's basically to prevent frauds and help prove authenticity of an NFT. Like if I know all of Kenn's NFTs are supposed to have Kenn @bro attached to it, and I go to buy this on a secondary market, and the marketplace doesn't show a signature attached to it, then it may not be real. Now, right now,
cool.
Even if the marketplace hasn't integrated the API to verify the signature yet, we have a verification tool that they could go to and put in the information in it.
This is like tamper resistance for metaverse swag. Like, could you imagine having like a fake Louis Vuitton like handbag in the metaverse, and somebody's like, "Yo, check your NFT signature, see if it's a real Louis." Like you see the bag and you can say, "Oh no, dude, the stitching isn't legit. This is a fake bag." Yo, the fucking NFT signature on Fio just said your bag is a fake Gucci, bro.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of potential for that, especially
that's so cool.
As it's tied to real things. And these are my socials I've got linked right now. I can go in. I forgot we just added Forecaster, so I can go in and add my Forecaster ID. But I've got like Nostr.
I feel like you can make a Makrishka doll of this too, and just have a link to your link tree inside of your Fio handle profile.
Yeah, eventually. So, But that's what it is. So you can
That is awesome.
damn, we switch places. You sit next to Miggy now.
I can control the seats. I love this part.
What is this? Social
Hey, what's the token code for Matic?
It's just Matic. You just type it in.
Oh,
It
okay.
won't come up. You just type it in and link it.
Sorry, I'm doing it right now.
So, are there any tokens that FIO does not want to support or doesn't support, or like anything that's on like CoinMarketCap? I can get it on there.
Yeah, anything. I mean, really, if there's a new chain that comes out tomorrow, you can add that chain code into your mappings.
Ooh.
The only thing is that they're trying to use the same chain code as other. Sometimes they'll like, I don't know, like maybe Bitcoin and another Bitcoin fork may try to use the same chain code. Then we'd have to go in and designate it a different way. But it's pretty easy. But other than that, yeah, it's built to support an expanding amount of coins, tokens. One quick trick when you're mapping in the FIO app, Miggy, or anybody else, like say you want to map all the different tokens. So how many tokens are on ETH, right? Thousands.
A lot.
Or
Yeah.
say on Solana, right? I mean, Solana's got what, millions now? Where the chain code you would put as say Solana, but then the token code you just put the asterisk, and that links that makes it available for basically any token on Solana is mapped to it then.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So then if I want to send you Asvoria, I can use that handle without having to worry about mapping to the Asvoria token code.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Dude, that's badass.
Nice.
All right, so I guess like we can kind of wrap it up here, but I don't know if Miggy had a question waiting. I know I have. What is like the next wallet on the integration list? Like I know there's not every wallet is integrated with FIO. I have run into a few myself. I'm just curious, like what's the next wallet on the integration list, and kind of like what's that process like? How do you guys go into a conversation with a wallet and say, hey man, integrate our tech? It's the shit.
Yeah, so the next one is actually one that's been in the works for years, and we haven't announced it yet through our marketing channel yet, but it's huge, and it's Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet years ago had started the integration and never finished it because they went through different ownerships. I don't know if you remember, Trust Wallet went from a separate entity to owned by Binance to a DAO, and then back to some type of loosely tied corporate entity or whatever back to Binance. I'm not sure exactly what they consider themselves now. But right at the end of May, they finished the integration of the handles. And, dude, they're like our top partner right now. They're registering at least 1,000 handles a day right now. And we haven't even marketed it at all. So you can go into Trust and get your username at Trust. The next feature they're adding is the ability. They haven't added the ability to register your own custom domains yet. That's what they're doing right now. And then the talk after that is to add FIO requests. So that's the next major one. But we've got a bunch of other smaller wallets that are adding it. We've got some investor platforms that are using Web3 that are going to integrate FIO. So we're also looking at some more institutional plays. There's one company that's a competitor to Fireblocks that is going to use our protocol to build basically like a decentralized database, similar to something that people that have used Fireblocks before say is very, very valuable if you're a Fireblocks customer. But once you leave Fireblocks, you don't have access to that centralized system anymore. So they want to use the FIO protocol to build that same concept, but in an open source format to where no matter where you are, anybody and everybody can use it. And that's really the way it should be. We had a wallet reach out today that was interested in integrating, and they've already started the integration. We haven't even signed any kind of agreement yet because our protocol is open source, so anybody can go and start integrating if they want to. But the conversation is typically around. I don't think most people don't know our model, and sometimes this can be kind of a crutch for us, but it also helps us in the long run. We're a nonprofit entity, so we're not focused right now on selling handles and domains for thousands of dollars and speculating on them. Now, if you want to, you can. That's all great, but that's not what our focus is. User adoption. So that's why right now certain handles are free for the user, especially if it's their first one. Even after that, the handle is typically $1.50 to $2. It fluctuates in price, usually between that range. So where even if the market goes drastically up or drastically down, it's always going to adjust back to be within that range. And then a domain, if you want to customize your handles or make a bunch of handles off the same domain, those are only $40 a year. So anywhere from $30 to $40 a year. And so it's low cost because a majority of the on-chain revenue too is split between our integration partners, our block producers, those that are securing the chain, and those that are staking tokens. Most people don't realize that right now. Regardless what the FIO price is right now, being relatively low, right now the average has been 13% is the APR on staking.
That is so badass.
Yeah, and you can do it from your own wallet. Like I do it from my
God.
ledger. I don't even have my tokens, in a hot wallet. They're in my ledger, and I'm staking them. So you can stake it directly from your wallet. You don't have to send them anywhere to stake them. And that actually, and then you get a chance then to vote on our different things that we vote on, or you can just delegate your vote to one of the block producers. So that's our model. And so our partner, our whole point is, why get a one, like most people are used to, hey, if you want us to use your protocol, pay us to integrate it. And you pay a one-time fee, and sometimes those integrations a year later, they're gone. Well, with us, our partners are earning recurring revenue month over month. So you got partners like Edge and Opera and Trust and others that are earning, depending on how well they do, anywhere from a few $100s a month to you got partners like Edge and Opera and Trust that are earning $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month in revenue every month just for using the protocol. And so that's the conversation we have with them is, one, it's got a financial incentive for you that's recurring. And then for your users, it makes your platform super easy. The exchanges that have integrated FIO, which centralized exchanges are some of the hardest ones to get in because even most exchanges are built on a white label platform. They don't even build their own exchanges. So it's hard to get on there. But the ones that have integrated have seen their customer support issues drop drastically because if you're using FIO to deposit and withdraw from the exchange, you're not going to make those mistakes where crap, it's gone forever. Send it the wrong chain, send it to the wrong address. So that's really what the conversation is like when we're talking about integration is make it easy for your users and earn additional revenue because we do rev share, on-chain rev share. Somebody registers a domain and they go through our partner platform, you're earning revenue immediately for that. So
that's an awesome way to start negotiations. Hey man, I don't even want your money, bro, but like if you want some money, hey, let's be friends.
yeah. And I think we've got that was kind of a talk I gave in ETH Belgrade a few weeks ago, was that it wasn't just about FIO. I talked about simplifying the user experience. Like the only key to mass onboarding, we've got to make it easier. When did the internet really accelerate with adoption? When we made it super easy.
AOL discs, homie.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was telling my
I don't even know what the
daughter,
internet was. Yeah, I don't even know what it was, what it looked like. If it wasn't for that AOL disc that everybody got for free for like 2,000 hours or 200 hours, I never would have witnessed the internet outside of like a school environment. And that still would have been intranet. So yeah, I mean, I always forget our first exposure to the internet was never really the internet. It was just the intranet. It was like calling Coinbase all of blockchain.
Yeah, exactly. But we made it easier, and as it got easier, people started using it more. I mean, and most people now they can pick up an iPhone, even if they're challenged with tech, they could easily use it. And I tell people all the time, iPhone didn't build the best tech, the best phone. They just made their ecosystem so simple that an elderly grandmother can use it. And when we get the same way with this tech, like I said, those long public wallet addresses are important, but those complexities don't need to be seen by the user.
No, not at all.
Why did
I mean, there's still a lot of complexities that, Kenn Bosak at gmail.com hides. It's completely hidden from me, but it's all necessary for the Kenn Bosak at gmail.com to receive an email if you ever want to send it. But I wonder, did we always have that standard of interoperability with emails, or did Google and all these other companies actually have to come together? Like FIO is going to have to come together with them to make a standard with all these wallets, right? Like,
yeah, I think it just got to the point where the best the best and most widely adopted one won out, to where there's other protocols that would work just as well with email, but they realized then your email service may not work with others. So yeah, we do need to come together and have that standard, or create an interoperability among the standards. I've had that talk with Adam at DecentraWeb.
Oh, that's the next wave, dude, the standard wave. I hope that we can get to it without lobbying for it, because once these big billion-dollar companies get in, they could just pay for what the standard is, and the standard's whatever they develop.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's where we've got to get, because there's so much room for growth. We don't need to focus on competition, which is why, we talked about partnering with them. I had some conversations with Unstoppable at Consensus, and it's the same concept. Why couldn't we have it to where if you have a Decentralweb domain, and I've got a Theo handle, why not have we have both, link them together to where if I type one and it resolves to the other and vice versa, to where that stand, because it's simple to do. It's just everything just needs to resolve in the back end behind, where the customer doesn't see it. To where you're pinging that protocol that matches it and bringing in the additional information that's linked to it. One of the things that we also hadn't announced too, a partnership with CoinStats, is if you go into CoinStats in their portfolio tracker, if you put in a Theo handle, it pulls up all your wallet addresses, so it'll give you basically all your balances to help you track your wallet balances and your basically gains and losses, just by entering one Theo handle, not having to go in and type in or paste in every single wallet address. Awesome. So it's just having that ability to type in a handle and have it resolve to whatever information you needed to pull in.
That's nice.
Dope. All right, I guess Miggy, we can wrap
Cool.
her up.
I just unwrapped some Theo tokens into my Miggy at Moon wallet. I've got Miggy at Bro. I've linked my wallets to this, so now you guys can send me Ethereum, Solana, Polygon, Wax. Send it to Miggy at Moon, and I'll get it. I gotta rehook my Bitcoin up, but no, I think this is great, man. I appreciate you coming on. I love Theo and everything, and I definitely appreciate what the great application it'll be for the gaming, and with Altera and Osvoria and these projects that are kind of really digging into that space. I'm super excited to see what we could do to bring Theo into that. We definitely need to get Theo into Osvoria, because they're going to be doing all kinds of stuff, not just games, but they'll have a good opportunity to offer people handles and things like that to sign up as they build their community in our world. And definitely stoked for that. I want to see mining stuff. I want to connect my miner and send it to. Would that work? With mining Bitcoin or crypto, the handles.
I mean, if the wallet, the mining wallet is, you can have a handle link to that if you want to send to or send from. But I'm in the middle, man. I'm gonna use your Theo handle, Miggy, and I am sending you some soul, man. I'm tipping you some soul.
Oh, nice. Thanks. Yeah, this is legit.
I can't do anything. I have so many monitors and I can't do anything till we're off the air.
Yep, you got it, man. So I just used your Miggy at Moon to send you some Solana.
Nice.
Miggy at Moon.
Okay, Miggy at Moon, baby, and Miggy at Bro. I got nothing's linked yet, but I will link soon.
Yeah, I just got Bro at Bro, so I just all the bros.
That's awesome. I'm gonna stake some of these tokens. Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming on last minute.
Thank you guys. Yeah, appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing
out of the blue
end of the month in Nashville. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, Nashville's gonna be lit, man. So many bros are gonna be out there. Litecoin Summit. If you're not already going to the Litecoin Summit, you guys better go to the Litecoin Summit. Just show up a day early before the Bitcoin conference, and you'll have a good time. It's so much more I would say intimate quality. For sure. I mean, Bitcoin's going to be huge. Quantity will be there, but you're just going to get lost in the sauce. Litecoin Summit's going to be more, hugs and handshakes, meeting, and greeting. But yeah, I'll see you guys in Nashville end of the month. Big shout out to Asvoria for sponsoring Not Another Bitcoin podcast, as well as Theo. Don't forget to go join at Join Theo. Yeah. Join Theo at Join Theo.
Go get your ats. Get your ats at Join Theo.
Get some ats on that at. All right, bros. Have a night.
See ya.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Kenn Bosak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Kenn Bosak. Happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. happy, bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Kenn, bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Kenn Bosak.